Hey everybody out there, what's going on? Today, I'm going to talk about WWF SmackDown 2 Know Your Role for the PlayStation game console that came out November 1st, 2000. You know, this game came out during the Attitude Era of the WWF, around the time when, 2000 era, like pretty much like at the end of 2000. During all of the big feuds, pretty much when The Rock dominated the entire company. I mean, back then when Chris Benoit came around and the Dudley Boys and Chris Jericho, all of them, they were dominating WWF. And this game is basically based after that time period. Edge and Christian, Eddie Guerrero, Triple H, all of them, This pretty much game was revolved all around these characters at this time. Here's your menu screen right here, the start menu screen in SmackDown 2. What's interesting about SmackDown 2 is the menus actually look really futuristic and advanced, and that's one of the good things about the game. It made it fun. SmackDown 2 had one of the best menus in my opinion, even better than the ones that come out nowadays in the menus. I mean, this weird, strange, eerie techno music with everything's all bright and bloop, 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 bloop. I mean, I just like the way it looked. It looked good. It made the game feel like it was important or something like that. And the roster, oh my god, the roster was amazing back then. I mean, this game had like everybody. It had like 60 superstars in this game. This game had an amazing roster for the day. I mean, it basically had everybody you can think of. I mean, Albert, Viscera, Tess, Steve Blackman, everybody was in here.
The Rock is cooking.
Now, the entrances, for the most part, are basically the same thing as SmackDown 1. You walk in front of the Titantron and, you act like you were on top of the turnbuckle in the ring, and you kind of walk down in front of this strange screen. And I guess I have to say, for its time, it was kind of weird, but I mean, this is a PlayStation 1 we're dealing with here. I mean, they couldn't have the full entrances. The PlayStation just couldn't handle it. It's a 32-bit system here, if you think about it. But this game had, pretty good entrances for the day. I mean, in front of the Titantron, they look kind of, at least the wrestlers look realistic for the most part. I mean, the faces are pretty much spot on, realistically. And also, they had some weird characters like Michael Cole, and they even had some, funny entrances in the game. And that's what I think they need to bring back in the new games, the funny entrances that made the game funny. I mean, look at that. Belong gets blown by a rocket ship. That's funny. I gotta give this game an 8.5. I mean, for the time this game came out on PS1 in 2000, but look how smooth the animations are. Look how detailed the crowd is. I mean, it's not that detailed, but I mean, look how robust everybody looks. Look how smooth everybody looks. It looks smoother than some of the games that come out nowadays, especially in WWE 12. The gameplay controls, they didn't really change that much. I mean, look at it. The gameplay. Look, Rock messing with the clothes on, and then curling him with the angle slam. That's something you actually see on real life WWE TV there. And Rock bomb through a table. I mean, the controls didn't really change that much. You push run with triangle, X for strike, square for block, and circle for grapple, and the direction buttons here. And they also have some new modes in here, like the Hell in a Cell, which kind of looked kind of crappy back then. I mean, it's just basically just like a cage match with a roof on it for some reason. The ladder match, which, I mean, for the time it was good. You can also fight backstage, again, in WWF New York at the time. That was pretty cool. Even though WWF New York was in a basement, but don't worry about that. You also had the casket matches there as Michael Cole's trying to put China to a table. Oh my god, Triple H, I love you. And he had, more backstage areas. He had a lot of areas you can do. I mean, the graphics at this time were pretty good and amazing. I give it that right there. The sound, the sound effects, the crowd sounds good. When they hit the ring, when they wrestle, it sounds good. The entrance music sounds good. But you know what? Besides that and the menu music, there wasn't really much, audio in this game. Besides a couple of audio clips backstage when they had the season mode, the King would talk, or Stone Cold Steve Austin would be like, and that's about long, the Stone Cold said so. Or The Rock would do, if you smell what The Rock is cooking, and some season mode match things. But that's about it. I mean, other than that, the sound was pretty generic. And you know what, folks? It worked. The background music for the time, good enough for me. It didn't bother me at all. With The Rock saluting the crowd. But the music for this time, this era for this game, actually, it didn't bother me at all. But I had to give it a 7.5. I mean, they don't have any, commentary, which could be a good thing. Now, the career wrestler mode was awesome. It was amazing. You had details of every single person, anything you want to do. It was really not like SmackDown 1 where you just pick the head like here. Even though you still have the option to pick the superstar's head, to choose, the default heads, you still have the option to do whatever you want to do with your career wrestler. I mean, you can do anything you want. There's Christopher Lowell, there's George W. Bush, just everybody right there if you think about it. The details in the career wrestler in this game was amazing. And if you wanted to use The Rock's head and have your own like custom outfit into the body, you can do that. It was amazing. This game was one of the best things about that. And also, this game has something that the new games don't have. Create a taunt. This is amazing. I mean, this is a feature you can go in there, you can create an animation for whatever you want to do for a taunt. And it was so detailed. You can go into any details. You pretty much, preview whatever you want to see. And then went into frame by frame, you can edit the exact frame of what you wanted to do. Why they don't have this in the newer games, I don't know, but this is amazing. And this game came out in 2000 on the PlayStation 1. That is no excuse for a game like WWE 12 to be out right now with nothing like that. The season mode was a mixed bag. It went on forever. It kind of went on for too long, or as long as you wanted it to go on for. The one thing that I have to say killed it was this. Why? Why do we have to sit through 8 matches on the show and sit through these little screens with that stupid annoying meter with that annoying music? It was annoying. I hated it. It could have been done better. But other than that, they had the generic cutscene still. People talk to Michael Cole backstage. Michael Cole's like, I don't know. And then Mick Foley, come out to the ring. But all they did is pretty much place Wrestler A over Wrestler B, and then they come out. Like, it could be anybody. Kane could be talking in the ring, and then, I don't know, Triple H can come outside and be like, oh my god, it's Triple H. Triple H is heading for the ring. And then Triple H will be like, let's finish this or something. And then, they're saying generic walking backstage things, but at least they kind of were in order. And they actually had some good storylines back then. They had the whole Austin returning to Backlash storyline in there. They had Shawn Michaels returning as a special guest referee for the Iron Man match. I mean, they did copy some realistic WWF storylines at the time right there. So, it worked pretty well. Undertaker with his roller music. And then Billy Gunn's here. I don't know. They wasted so much time with this. But I have to say the bad thing about this is this and the loading times. I mean, it just took a long time to get through one show. It probably took like 5 minutes to get through a show. Why? I don't know. But it was just too much. I mean, it was fun, but if they got rid of that skipping stuff, it would have been a lot better. They also had the rankings and the belt records, and it was really, really detailed, I think. I mean, this is something that's not in the newer games anymore. They just don't have this detail of, who's a champion, like, when the title history was, like, the rankings, like, who's a number 1 contender, number 2 contender. This stuff, for the time, was amazing. I don't know why they don't have this in the newer games right now, but for the time, it was really, really revolutionary. Overall, I have to say this game is amazingly fun. This game may not have the best selling in the world. It may not have like the most realistic, wrestling in the world. But you know what? This is a game you can just pop in the multi-tap with 4 people, and you can go crazy at it. Go fun. I mean, the 4-way hardcore title time limit match, that is one of the funnest things in this game. But that was one thing about the PlayStation era with the wrestling games. You can just go to a friend's house, play the game, and have fun with it. I mean, there was no, oh my god, you gotta go through all these like submission moves and 10 billion ways to, do an ultimate control move, nothing like that, or 5 ways you can put someone through a table. You just played the game and had fun with it. It had fast and fun arcade gameplay, and it basically had the basic wrestling, concept. Just, pinfalls or submissions, or that's about it. Or winning the TLC match, or pinning someone in the casket, and it was fun. And that's something that these new games don't have anymore. This game was one of the funnest games, and probably one of the best PS1 games on the PlayStation right now, especially when it comes to wrestling games. This game was amazing. I don't know why people hate this game. This game was one of the funnest games I've ever played in my life. I'm still serious. I'll pop this game in right now, it's a 12-year-old game, and I'll still play it, and it'll be fun. I'll be like, oh my god. This game was revolutionary. But the game that came after that, not so much. Anyway, the pros of this game: tons of modes, amazing creation modes, fast, fun gameplay. Season mode is really long, rankings and belt records are really deep, great graphics for PS1 game, and an incredible roster. The cons: skipping matches in season is a pain in the ass. That was really annoying. Loading times, they're bad. Even for PS1 standards, they're pretty bad. Also, selling is still an issue, but I mean, if you're having fun with the game, it doesn't really matter. Overall, the final score of this game, I have to give this game 9.5. SmackDown 2 is a classic. It's one of the best wrestling games you can pick up right now for all the 32-bit systems right now, and it's just a fun game to play. It's one of the highest rated SmackDown games out there, and you just can't go wrong with it at all. If you want a fun, easy to play game, but keyword fun, unlike the new games, pick this game up. I mean, seriously, pick it up, play it on your PS3. This game is amazingly fun. You'll have fun with it all day long. Well, up next, our next review is going to be on WWF SmackDown. Just bring it, the first game on PS2. Take care, everybody.